don't see what is I don't see what qualifies as black culture. Like I don't.
So I think he's confusing. I don't know if he's confusing it, but I think what he's doing is, I don't know if it's rage. This is a rage video. I'm not in rage though. But I just wanted to tell everyone that a lot of people get this thing confused. The ancient cultures versus modern cultures. Okay. And some people actually believe that ancient cultures are a lot better, or are should only be considered as culture, whereas modern cultures should not be considered, or they aren't as good. But I can tell you that both have their good things and bad things about them. And with him, I think he's trying to hold on to the ancient cultures as being the standard for culture, and he's wrong. Truth is, there's something called a modern culture. And there's some cultures that are in between, they use both. And it just all depends, okay? And with African Americans, our culture is black culture. And he says he sees nothing. He sees nothing that is black culture. However, that's because he's trying to compare it to ancient cultures. Cultures that have been around for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And ancient cultures, they are way more stagnant, and they do not like to change. Okay, they want to hold on. They want to hold on for dear life. Okay, African Americans created our culture right here. Okay, and a lot of our culture is more modern. Okay, it's not going to look like it's not going to look like cultures that are thousands and thousands and thousands of years old. Okay, culture has arts. If you want to see Black American art, you can find that. One of my favorite pieces is the harp. I always use it. The harp, by Augusta Savage, or James Washington's The Chaotic Half. Okay, both of those, especially The Chaotic Half, is all about Black culture and Black history, especially civil rights. Of course, we have music. I'm sure he knows some songs, okay? But there are a lot of music that was created. The whole thing was created by African Americans. Music is a part of culture, okay? Then you have perspectives. His perspective is one of traditional ancient. You can tell by what he said. My perspective is totally different. His perspective on life itself may be different because of his where his ethnic group is. Okay, my perspective on life will be different, like completely different than someone else's. Okay, and that's a part of culture. Institutions and organizations. Okay. He must have missed that because he said that he's been around black people all the time. Well, he must have missed the institutions and organizations. And of course, he may not even know black history, but we have plenty of institutions and organizations. Okay. And I'm not even going to get into that, but HBCU is one of them. That is culture. We even have over 100 museums. Okay. That's culture. And if you can actually go and learn about the culture in those museums. Okay. One of them that I love to mention is Tuskegee. Tuskegee was built by black hands, built brick by brick. One of the things that I love about black culture is that we're inventors and we're innovators. Okay. And that's culture as well. One thing that you can definitely say about African American people is we're going to invent something. Oh, yeah, we're going to invent something. So just because something, you know, isn't what you would consider culture, an invention culture, but I'm gonna tell you one invention that the globe uses that was invented by African Americans. That's the traffic light. That's something simple, okay? That's something real simple, right? That's that's a part of culture, and everyone uses it. I can also tell you something else that you eat or have eaten: modern day ice cream, the use of the ice cream scoop. That's culture. Bread makers, breadcrumb makers. And he mentioned food. Okay. There are a lot of foods that are on the African continent that did not derive from Africa that are actually considered African culture, a part of African cultures, I should say. And during the transatlantic slave trade, things were being traded, given taken to Africa in exchange. A lot of those things became part of culture. So when he was talking about what did you create if it wasn't created, well, a lot of things that are being used on the African continent were not created on the continent of Africa, yet it is considered culture or a part of it. Okay. So toss that out the window. Nonverbal language. Nonverbal language definitely is a part of culture. He may not know it, but African Americans do a lot of nonverbal. One of them is the DAP, and that's been adopted like worldwide. But that's not everybody's culture. That's Black American culture. Okay, it was started by Black American men. Where? In Vietnam. Why? There's a reason. Go look it up. And there's actually a video. Okay, because Black culture didn't just pop up. I mean, Black culture. In the video, he said, "This is Black culture." It was even the way they spoke. If you find that video, I should put it up. Even the way they spoke, it's Black culture. But I don't know if he's old enough to know that. And one other big thing, Black History Month. That is Black culture. Celebrations, Juneteenth, African American Emancipation Day, a lot of things. That's Black culture. Black History Month is the one thing that a lot of other people adopted around the globe. But that's African American. That's an African American celebration. Yep. And here's some other things that are black. The Congressional Black Caucus, the Black Panther Party. I already said historically black colleges and universities. All this is culture now. Okay, all of this. Um, Black publications, Black literature, from Essence to Jet. Um, Black American television. I can go on and on and on. But see, this is the difference between modern culture and traditional ancient culture. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's where he's getting it confused. He has more respect for ancient culture, and he wants to see his own culture inside of another's culture when that's not possible. You're not going to see your culture and how you view things inside my culture. It's not going to work. And if it's not like he sees it or he believes it should be, to him it's not culture. Well, that's not the definition of culture. Black culture is a rapidly evolving culture. It doesn't stay stagnant. We do have Gullah Geechee. They have really held on and are very proud of, and I'm proud of it too, a lot of the older traditions. Okay, so you might want to go and see them. Okay, because you probably won't even understand a lot of stuff they're saying. Okay, take a trip to South Carolina, and you will see some culture that. Oh, but let me talk about the fashion. He did say fashion. A lot of the dresses that were made for the rich White House, people in the White House back in the day, those were black designers. Okay, those were black designers, black designs. Also, quilts, they have messages on them. So you have to know black history in order to know black culture as well.